but now I do. I had to ask them what they were doing. So this is one situation that's happening here at the beach. And then there are these two young women here who are fishing. They just got here. They just took off their shirts and they're just going for it, which is pretty amazing. And then there's a body surfer. And then well, you can't see him now, but way down there is another worm digger or hole digger, worm digging. And as I've been sitting here, I've been thinking about, well, primarily these worm diggers. Like the first time I was like, what are they doing? Because I would see them, groups of these people, it's like 2 or 3 people at a time digging for worms. And I just like, what are they looking for? And I didn't understand. And then one day I went up to one of them and I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, digging for worms. And I was like, oh, duh, obvious. But more importantly, what I discovered, hi, Claire, is the patience that it takes for them and the skill and the nuances of digging for worms. I know this sounds like, oh, how are you going to tie this to regulation, Lane? This is about nervous system regulation. But truly, as I'm sitting here reflecting and watching these two, this man and this wife, he's pointing to his friend down the beach now. They are looking for worms. And so this takes a skill, like I just said. It's patience. The eyes have to squint and look at the little subtle shifts of movement in the sand. And then the eyes have to readjust, right? So they actually have like a little rhythm. They dig in, they come up and they look out and they come back and they look down. And then the other thing that's happening for them is they have a textural, they dig for a little bit and then they take their hands and they move into the sand looking for the worms. And then they carefully take the worm and they put it in their bucket, right? So back to the nervous system and how this, what? The nervous system is slow, right? The nervous system is this process of unwinding. It is not a system of go, right? We humans are so inclined to sit at a desk and to be on a screen and to scroll and to search and to count numbers and to think fast. But when you're here digging for worms or when you're fishing for fish, like these two ladies are, it's slow. It's calm. There's actually a rhythm to when they put the pitchfork in, pull it out, look up, and go back. That's a slow, methodical rhythm. And it's exactly what the nervous system needs. It's like waiting for us to be in that state of calm. It's waiting for us to slow things down and to notice what it needs. And it's, the world that we live in, our nervous system needs us to slow down. But we're so attached to going and doing. And we're so attached to, if you have genetics, there's a couple of SNPs that I go over with my clients, the DRDs. If you have these DRDs, you're not slowing down. You just want to go. And that makes it more complex for you. And your stress response is going to be more complex. And that's even one more reason to find something like digging for worms or fishing for fish or sitting at the beach for your nervous system, right? So there's so many layers to nervous system regulation. It's so much more complex than just sitting down in meditation or meditating, and it's so much more than breath work, which are all great. But the nervous system is it's a sensitive system, and it's always listening. So if you have any kind of negative talk or rumination or woulda, coulda, shoulda, it's not helping your nervous system, my friend. So I don't know, go dig up some worms, go in your backyard, plant a garden. I mean, it's springtime, so you could. I was just going through Substack this morning and there was this incredible God, I'll restack it later this afternoon. This incredible gardener showing all these little tips on how to plant seeds because now's the time to plant seeds. But again, that would be so soothing for the nervous system. Um, Slow down, take a breath today, uh, gaze into somebody's eyes lovingly and longingly. Um, the nervous system, again, is just waiting for you. It's so patient, and I hope it doesn't break on you. Somebody took a client call with me, a session with me yesterday, a new person, and they're not sleeping at night. And I said, "So tell me about before you go to bed. Like, what are you doing?" And they said, "Well, I eat dinner and then I watch some TV." And I said, "Well, what do you watch? What shows are you watching?" And they were telling me that they're watching Expanse, which I don't know if you've watched that show, but it's pretty abrupt. It's pretty abrasive or like loud. And I was like, why are you watching that before bed? Like your nervous system's like goes on extreme high alert. And he said, well, uh, tell me something else to watch. And I was like, watch something silly like Shrinking or like something like that's not so stressful. Uh, Anyways, I'm getting off target of being on the beach and regulating. So I'm going to end there. I'm going to take you out to the beach and take a breath with you. Again, look at the look at the girls. They have their poles up now. So awesome. Go way out to the horizon, way out. So calm. Take a breath with me here. Inhale. Drop the mouth open. Exhale. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. Drop the mouth open and exhale. Let it go. So good. Slow down today. Pretend like you're digging for worms. Your nervous system will thank you, and those around you will thank you. I promise. I will be back tomorrow or the next day. Thanks for hanging out with me. Until next time. Bye for now.